Hello. What follows in this video is a reading of a stream of consciousness writing exercise conducted over a 40-minute period on June 26, 2024 by me, Nathan Tonning. This video was prompted by multiple videos that I have seen recently, indicating the great value of practicing writing down your thoughts and learning to structure them in the form of text. Below is my attempt to engage in this process, but I thought that it would be worthwhile to take the time to document the process and possibly provide a reference point for others who may be interested in attempting this exercise. No changes to grammar, logic, or syntax have been made to the original text. The only change that has been made is to update the spelling with the correct form. This video also, an experiment in presentation, is an experiment in presentation, and also will be conducted in a single take with no edits. No cuts or changes have been made to the video. I make no claims to proficiency in this endeavor. I am a mere child and beginner on the journey. Anything that I say in the scope of this exercise should be seen in the light of an exercise, namely, held very, very lightly. Thank you for your time. Writing exercise number 1. Date, June 26th, 2024. So this is the writing process. So this is the creative process. The long, tortuous climb up a mountain that no one has ever fully traversed before. Friends and guide may point out to you the way that you are to go. The God-given intuitions spur you on in the way that seems best. But no one will ever fully know the way that you are to go. The light grows dim, the body fails, the strength begins to waver, yet the path continues to beckon. There is the way that seems right to a man, some wise man once said. What does this mean? What is the way that seems right? Am I on that path, the one that felt right but led to catastrophe? Is the way really that broken up and hard to climb? Christ said that the way to him would be difficult and hard to traverse. Does this mean that when you are facing hard times, then there is the greater likelihood that we are on the right path? I don't know. I don't know anything anymore. All I ever wanted was to be doing the right thing, but I fear that I have taken up the most expedient and easily observed path, not the true path. Now where am I? What is the way that I am to go? Is this the means of escape? Drawing a literary map for myself to take stock of my surroundings? Maybe that's what the writing exercise is doing. It could be that it is to the thought process what drawing a map of a physical location does to your sense of space and dimension. I should elaborate. The person who is lost is like a single point on a piece of paper or a single chalk mark on a blackboard. The point has no understanding of where it is because it is locked in its own perspective. It can't step outside of itself. No one can step outside of their reality and be an observer in the same level of dimension. You have to step down in complexity to better understand the surroundings. That is why we, as occupants of the 3D space, must use a 2D space, a map on a piece of paper, to help us step outside of the current surroundings. When I am looking at a map of my town, the game I'm playing, even the diagram of a particular object or machine that I'm interacting with, I'm looking at a lower resolution image of my current reality. It seems as if writing is the same type of low resolution picture of reality. These very words that I am sharing with you are the attempt of my thought process to create a coherent and discernible path of thought and logic. This makes sense why the process of writing can feel like a chore when you first begin. It is like drawing a physical map. Can you imagine if you asked a child to draw you a map of their house, let alone a complex city or location? And then they melted into a pile of self-pity because they couldn't produce the map to the level of detail and clarity that they had envisioned. Yet, we who try to draw the equivalent map of our thoughts through speech melt in the same pile of ridiculous self-pity and doubt. How stupid. Should we expect a high quality and detailed map when the process is foreign? No, I will not say we. Should I expect a high quality and detailed map when I have never performed the process of drawing literary maps? No, that would be stupid. So this writing experiment is an attempt to draw these maps. They will look like the works of children and probably deserve to be thrown in the rubbish heap of forgotten copybook exercises. But no, I will keep a record of these exercises for the sole purpose of building humility, but also remembering the process. The journey is ultimately the most important part of our time here on earth. My job is to not forget the journey, but rather accept the path that God has prepared for me, and then constantly remain in a state of practice and acceptance of what He has in store. Please don't read this and think that these are the coherent thoughts of a well-structured mind. They are anything but that. This is the stream of thought that I engaged with on June 26, 2024, in an attempt to practice writing thought on paper, or in this case, text to screen. The time frame was 40 minutes of uninterrupted time to just write whatever came to mind. The only stipulation is that I must then share these thoughts and the script itself to a larger audience. It will serve as a memento of the journey. I know that I am repeating myself far too often. It is a bad habit of mine, but that's what this process is all about. The discovery of bad habits and the attempt to fix them. I hope that anyone who sees this ramble will try to make a clear picture of whatever you are thinking as well. Try to take a little time every day and go through the process of laying a single stream of thought down in plain text. It could be absolute drivel. It could be the most beautiful thing known to man. It doesn't matter. Both are nothing more than exercises. The important takeaway is that the writer is changed by the act of writing, not the result. Yes, we should value the beautiful things made along the journey, the works of the great authors, musicians, artists, poets, and creators of the past. But never let the beauty of their work bedazzle you so much that you cannot see the path that has been set for your own feet. Use the beauty of their creations as impetus and drive to help you create better things, but never give up on the journey of creation. To create is to play. To create is to fulfill one of humanity's most fundamental tasks. In the act of creation, you and I are acting upon that aspect of being made in the image of God, that encompasses God's role as creator. Maybe that is why the self-pity that stems from not being good enough is so absurd. How can I ever be better than the Creator? All other creative acts are but a copy and a shadow of His work and His purpose. If He is the originator of all reality, then all created beings exist at a lower level of ability and power than Him. This cuts the legs out from under our sense of pride and self-worth. How can we be arrogant when we are a mere created thing? All of the efforts, all the great things that we could accomplish in life can never rise to the level of our Creator. This is a comforting thought. It places a boundary line around the playable area. I know I have found the edges of the paper, so to speak, and can now learn to create in the confines of the canvas that has been prepared for me by the master artist. This has been the first attempt to write in stream of consciousness style. Please understand that anything stated in this exercise is to be considered as mental doodling. If you found anything of interest or that proved thought-provoking, I would love to hear about it. But in any case, have a wonderful day, and may you be blessed in whatever journey God has planned for you. Thank you.